Hi everybody, welcome to another edition of My Gosh Quilting. I'm still trying to figure out how I kind of want to do this, how often I'm gonna post, things like this. Crafting is just my hobby, or quilting. I'm relatively new to it, and I just got done doing a really big, just a little over a queen size quilt for my mother-in-law, and I actually put it all together, pieced it, quilted it myself and gave it to her for Christmas. I actually didn't film any of the process of that. I'm not quite sure how I want to do that yet. I have to get a decent setup, I think, first before I do that. This is my craft room. I'll give you a little glance around here if I can do that. So over here, I also like the Wizard of Oz. So, oop, this is turning. Okay, so up here we have, I got some Anne Alexander dolls. I got some fabric. I got some Wizard of Oz stuff. I got a TV. More Wizard of Oz stuff. This is my little workspace here. And then over here, it's my scrapbooking stuff. So let's see. I'm trying to look and see what I'm showing you. Sorry about this bad camera work. So, over here, I have scrapbooking supplies, and it's kind of a mess. And then that goes around here, and then we come back around to some more scrapbooking stuff, some more fabric, and yeah. So that's kind of what I'm working with here. Not the cleanest or best setup, but it works for me for right now. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust this, and for what I'm doing, and I had been my Wizard of Oz scrapbook room. Now it's kind of become my motivational craft room. And so, and I'm sorry if I'm not 100% sure where to look at the camera. So, normally what I'll do is when I'm doing a haul, I've been showing it to you and then showing you the pieces of fabric I got. I thought this would be just a little more chatty, letting you see a little bit more as to how I'm working. And I did get some fun stuff for Christmas. I did get a clapper. You probably know what that looks like, so I don't need to show that. But let's see, right in here, I'll insert some pictures of the quilt I did for my mother-in-law for Christmas. She really, really liked it, and I was pleased with how it came out. I had never quilted anything very big before, because I quilted it myself too, with a Singer heavy-duty machine, straight lined it, and it was quite the feat. I did not do that in this room. I actually had to set up the dining room table, fill it all with stuff. But yeah, it turned out nice. I was very pleased with it. Was it perfect? No, but I always think, especially with crafts, whether it be scrapbooking, quilting, I'm never gonna quilt to quilt, like to put things in shows and things like that. I just want to do it because it gives me joy, and I like sharing. So I buy stuff, and people who don't even know it are going to get a quilt from me here or there. I did quilt another quilt that I gave to my son and daughter-in-law. They really liked it, as far as I know. I have another son that I gave a quilt to, and now I have a few things left to quilt. And some of them are smaller, so I'll probably attempt them relatively soon. But some of the other ones are, like there's a couple, I think 2 more queen sizes. And until I get a different, bigger, better setup, we're working on a craft room down in the basement for me as well. I don't know that I'm going to attempt to quilt those yet. Maybe, we'll see. But I thought I'd give you a little view on what I'm going to work on next. My next door neighbors are having a baby girl in a month, so I kind of got to get this together. I wanted to go out and buy fabric, but my husband is like, no, you are not buying any more fabric. You have more than you need to do, like 100 quilts. Just hold off. And so I had to go through my stash and try to find something that I thought might be good for a newborn. I was going to do like a lap or crib size, and I still am really liking the 3-yard quilts, which is what I'm going to do for this one. I'm going to do this one. It's Skip to My Lou, and it looks like this. Now I'm going to self-bind this one or use the backing to bind it, so I don't need the very edge here, the fabric you need for that. So what I did, the only thing I could find in my stash that I had plenty of was I have this. I'm trying to put it right side up. I think it's so pretty. And to me it was girly without knowing what color room they're going to have or anything. I just thought that that fabric was really pretty. So I thought, well, what am I going to do with that? Because this will be for the backing. And then I'm going to use it for, I'll show you here. I'm going to use it for the, what am I going to use it for again? The gray, you know, like the lighter colored ones on here, and then it'll go right through there, and then of course it's going to be the backing, so it'll pull over for the backing to bind right there as well. So that's what I'm going to do for that. And then I decided that I would do, this is flannel, but I'm going to use the flannel for just the parts that are in like the teal here. So I think I'm going to use it this way, not this way. Not that it's going to matter because that's pretty thin, but I thought, I'll try to show you again, that these two went well together. And then I couldn't find another color to go together. With all the fabric I have, I couldn't find anything that I liked. So then something hit me. My son had just given me a shirt he no longer wanted. And so I'm just reaching over here. I just got done cutting it up. I haven't ironed everything yet. But this was the shirt. And if I look at this together, let me just set it all up again. Show it. I thought it went really, really well with this. So I just got done cutting it up. I haven't ironed this piece yet. I got a couple pieces yet to iron. I have to change the, you know, do the quilting a little different. It looks like when you piece this together, like here you're sewing together 2 4.5 inch times width of fabric spots pieces with the fabric. I'm not going to get with the fabric out of a shirt, but I'm estimating with the fabric to be about 46 inches, and I'm just going to cut 4.5 inch strips and then piece together as need be till I can make that. So I'm really excited about getting started on that. Then another thing I want to start on is I have this pattern, and I might have shown this before, but since I'm doing what I'm doing, or trying to show you that, and well, what I'm working on, and I have a haul too, so I'll show you. But I really like this pattern, and I hadn't started on it yet. And what I want to do with this one is this quilt. I want to make it a Christmas quilt. I had a Christmas quilt that I did last year. It was one of those ones where you put you quilt as you go, or like sandwich it, so it was all flannel and very, very basic. And I want one a little more substantial for on our couch and stuff for Christmas next year. So I thought, or this year. So I thought, well, what better time to start it than now, right after Christmas. So I'm gonna make this, and it takes, I believe it's seven, let's see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 different fabrics. So what I'm going to use for this is, I love this it's 3, that 4, 5, 6, and 7. So I'm going to use these. You just need a yard of each. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the back yet. I'm thinking I don't know. I really like printed fabric with words on it. So it might be that, but not 100% sure on that. I actually probably should get out pretty soon and start looking a little more. I bought this fabric I bought a year ago. When I first decided I was going to quilt, I went crazy. I went to all the quilt stores within probably 100 miles of me and bought fabric from all of them. I didn't know what I was going to buy it for or what I wanted, so I bought a yard of each. But this one, I fell in love with this pattern when I saw it. And so I bought the pattern, and then I bought the fabric to go with it, and just no backing. I just wasn't sure. So I got it all on sale. And now I'll probably go around while it's on sale again and try to pick out a backing for this. I'm not sure yet. It might even be something like this one, maybe. Just a not quite a solid, but almost a solid. So that's the quilt I want to do next. Then the other thing I wanted to try just to work on my quilting is this. I like this little wave runner quilt here. Now this does not go with I want to make a table runner for my dining room table. And so what I'm going to use, I want to do this pattern. I really liked it. My husband helped me pick it out. We went shopping that day together. I got this. Okay, you see that? It's silver metallic. And then this, and this has some of the blues in it and the silver. And that. And this. And this. So it does take all these fabrics. So I'm going to put them together and work on that table runner. Those are the baby quilt that I want to make, and those, the table runner and the Christmas quilt, are probably my two next sets of projects I want to do. The other thing I want to do, and this is part of my haul, is I want to do a Thanksgiving quilt, and I'm going to make it a 3-yard quilt, just to make it simple. I'm not 100% sure yet what 3-yard quilt, but I have 4 of the different books by Donna Robertson, and so I'll pick out one from one of my books. Well, I have 3-4 of those, yeah. So, what am I going to use for those? Well, let me tell you. I couldn't decide 100% on the 3, so I have 4 fabrics to choose from. And I'm going to show you those here as I open them so we can kind of chat and I can show you. So, I want it to be Thanksgiving-like, or fall. So, here's one of the fabrics. And then my other choices are this, which I just think is adorable, with this Missouri Star Quilting, is that what it's called? Just had a sale, and I wanted a clapper. I asked for one for Christmas. I didn't get it. I got some other nice things, but so I wanted to get that clapper, and then they had these things on sale. I couldn't resist a sale, so I got these. I just got a yard of each because, again, I figured I'd make it simple on myself and just make the 1-yard quilt. All right, then I got this one as well. So I don't know how I'm going to pick out of the 3 out of the 4, but here's this one. And then the last one I got, and these were all under $10 a yard, so I was really happy about that, is this one. So I have these 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I have to choose. I'm not quite sure yet which ones I'm going to pick. It'll be 3 of these. The other yard will be used to make a pillow. But the backing I did decide on, and I've gotten smarter about that. Previously, like I said, I went in and I bought all 1 yards of things, and now I don't have backing for things. So I've slowly been adding yardage to my piles so that I have backing for when I make the quilts. So for this one, this was on sale, so I got this. So this will be the backing of the quilt. It'll be a simple 3-yard one with, you know, three of the 4 of these. I'm kind of leaning on taking this one out of the mix, and the only reason being is that with the 3-yard quilts, they're meant to be easy and quick, and I don't know that I want to try to be lining this up all the time when I'm, you know, cutting it together. So I'm not sure about that yet. I think that might be the pillow of the bunch, but that's my next quilt project I want to make after this baby quilt. Then I just got a couple other fabrics on sale, and I would recommend, if you haven't been out there, I just got this in. It just came this week. I think it came on Friday. And it came really quick when I ordered them. So here's a couple other things I got on sale. And some of these were as low as, like, was it $6 a yard or so? But I just couldn't resist then. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but I'm sorry. This was so cute. And I've been in love with lavender shades lately. So I got that one. I thought that was really neat. And then I love color. So I got this piece. Thought that was fun. In the 3-yard quilt, something like this that doesn't have any direction it needs to go, but still really pops, they can be kind of nice for that. And then speaking of colors that pop, I got this. I just fell in love with this. I always call it Northwest Fabrics. It used to be. Joann Fabrics has something very similar to this, but the quality is just not quite as there as it is for the, you know, like when you buy it from Missouri Quilt Store. Oh, sorry. All right, then I got a couple other things. Again, speaking to backing, I got 3 yards of this. I'm not sure what quilt I'm going to use it with yet, but I couldn't resist the color. Got this fabric. It is a teal blue. The fabric is a little bit like softer or stretchier almost. I'm not even 100% sure what this was. It's probably more for clothing, but I don't care. I'll use it for quilting, even if I have to use I know the word, that other white fabric that you put on behind it to keep it stiff. Words are hard right now. But I'm getting smarter about knowing to buy backing, so I bought that for backing. Then I don't know what I'm going to use this one for at all either, but I thought it was just really cute. Again, it'll probably be for a 3-yard quilt because I bought a yard of it, but I really liked this. Here we go. It says Poppy, and what does it say? Poppy and Magnolia, Delilah. Well, you can see. It's a really pretty blue, and the print is white. It almost looks silver, but I thought it was beautiful. And then I got these ones I got because I figured at some point I could either make a pillow or a set of pillowcases I make those really quick pillowcases where the long part would be like this, my Scooby-Doo, and then I figured I could do a short part like in that pink, and then maybe another color to be the thin strip that goes in the middle. Let me show you what I mean. Sorry, I'm just leaning over to get my pillowcase. I've shown these before, but I make these kind. This is a quilt that I have to quilt yet. I mean, this is a pillowcase for a quilt I have to quilt yet, but so I'm saying like the long part could be the Scooby-Doo fabric, and then there's another small part in here, and then this part. And I figured that you could do, to utilize using the yard, I do one where the long part is this, and then one where the ending is like this, and then do a maybe a bright pink for the large part of the second pillowcase. So just a couple, you don't use a whole lot, and you can make 2 really nice pillowcases that match but aren't identical. So I figured I'd use this for that, or I'd use it for like pouches. I haven't tried to make a pouch yet, but I want to, and I figure if I do that, it's going to be something fun or cutesy or whatever. So I got that. I like Scooby-Doo. My sons like Scooby-Doo. Not that they need pouches, but still. Or like if you need a quick gift for somebody and just want to use a little bit of fabric. Then I had that. Got my Fred Flintstone, which I thought was awesome. It was just fun. And now I am not a Star Wars fan at all, but again, this fabric was so cheap, and I do know tons of people who like Star Wars. So I got this. Love the colors. You show me orange and I'm a happy girl. Or greens and purples or pinks. Oh, I like a lot of colors, so I got that. And then I got just 2 more fabrics. Another Star Wars one. That one is right here. I'm just taking them out of their packages. Just if you want to know how they come packaged from there, they come packaged so nice. I mean, they're like this. So I'm just pulling these out while we chat. So I got this one, Star Wars. Like the stained glass Han and Leia. And lastly, I got this one. Again, not 100% sure what I'm going to do with this one. Just really like the pattern, and I thought it was cute. And it's just kind of a, almost like a fall, or just greenery. Maybe little strawberries on there. So that's what I have. So that's my haul and catching you up on what I've worked on or what I'm going to be working on. And I may try, especially if you'd like me to show things as I'm working on them. Not quite sure how I'm going to do that. I wish my setup was a little bit different in here. I have a window in front of me, so if my desk was kind of like more in the middle, I think it'd be easier to film, but it's not. So yeah, let me know if you'd like to kind of see my progress on stuff or how I do that. Otherwise, I'm sure I will have more hauls and stuff for you, or I'll just kind of show you what I've been working on. Like, for example, you know, showing you this. Now, this was made, it was one of my first things I made. I bought the fabric to make a quilt, and I made the pillowcases first, and then I made the quilt. That was the first quilt I completed, but I haven't quilted it yet. And so I prefer to, or my preference is going to be to quilt them all myself. I've done some straight lining now. I wanted to start making smaller things like the table runners because I want to start practicing trying to free motion a little bit, just to make things a little more maybe interesting. I don't know. I'm a work in progress. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you all and all the new subscribers I've gained. Please like this if you liked it, your thumbs up, or if you aren't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I'm trying to get more consistent, but right now I'm just kind of putting out videos as I'm receiving things or making things to kind of take you along for the ride. And I do work a full-time job, over full-time job, and then I also have a part-time job, and so this definitely is hobby, total 100% hobby, but I like kind of being able to document a little bit, at least when I got the fabrics, to keep track of that and or kind of keep track of what I've been doing. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, take care. Bye.